Hey guys, so just a life update. I know I haven't been posting at all. Basically, what happened is we kind of just found out that we're going to be moving, and so we needed to save up money to buy our first home. And we needed to pay off my husband's school debt, and so we just haven't had any money to do anything to our apartment. You know, it's like, why would we do anything to our apartment if we're going to be moving? So, anyways, like we are moving to San Diego, and I am super excited about it. We have started house hunting, and like this house hunting is way harder. Like we're kind of like hitting like that shock moment when we realize that this is going to be way harder than we thought because like we've I've been watching the markets for a lot and for a long time, and I've kind of realized that like the areas that we like are really competitive and things go really fast, and we're like, well, that's okay, we'll be there, and we can offer quickly and everything. um we we found two houses. We were looking for fixers, and we found two houses that were in areas that we liked. We were looking between Kensington, Normal Heights, North Park, South Park, and University City. Those are kind of the areas that we decided on. We found two houses. We found one in Kensington and one in Normal Heights, and they were both fixers, okay? And so we think, okay, like one of them, they priced it well below what it was worth, and the other one, we think they priced well above what it was worth. So the one that was well below what it was worth was cheaper. It was more in our price range, and it was really great. It was a really great fixer because the structure looked pretty good, and the kitchen just needed a total remodel. The bathroom needed a remodel. But besides that, all the walls and the ceilings and the roof, I mean, it might have needed a new roof, but everything else looked fine. And it was on a huge lot. And so it was like, we could potentially build like a little back house, like cottage on it, and rent that out and make money. And it would have been a really good investment property. This house was on the market for 7 days and had 24 offers on it. And so it was, I realized that. So we were like, oh, well, maybe it's just because they went low. But, we figured we'd find like a fixer and there'd be like maybe 5 people that wanted it. But we did not expect there to be 24 people offering on fixers. So we countered. We felt it was a really strong counter offer. And he said that there were two offers on our counter that were slightly above ours, and so I guess we came in third, so that's good. So at least we were close on that one, but we didn't get it, and so that was a bummer because you sit all week and you're thinking, oh, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna like, what's the back house gonna look like? What am I gonna do with the yard? And you're like already going out and picking out like all the paint and everything, and yeah, and then you kind of get your soul crushed when you don't get it, and then this week was even worse. We found a house in Kensington, and Kensington is like Beverly Hills of San Diego, right? It's like a really nice area, and we kind of figured that if we got a house in this area, it would be at the very top end of our budget. Um, or it would be like a fixer who that just really needed like a lot of work or that we could do. And so we found, so a fixer that needed a lot of work. So we found a fixer, and it was beautiful. Like it was the perfect fixer, okay? Because it was this gorgeous Tudor house that had a hoarder living in it. And Hazmat had gone through and completely cleaned out the house. It had like an old RV in the back that we'd have to get rid of, but it came with it. And it was like, but it was like the actual frame of the house was adorable, and like houses like that in that area can sell fixed up for like over $1 million really easily, and we were trying to buy it for like half that. And but we never actually got to see the house because the person, I guess, was dying, and we needed to have an offer by the end of the weekend. It was like 3 days that this house was on the market, and we're 3 hours away from San Diego still because we haven't moved there yet. And so, because we're going to be in temporary housing, so we haven't moved there yet. But so we didn't have time to see it, and we didn't realize it was a fixer until like Monday until Sunday because looking at it from the front, it looks brand new, except the yard was all trashed. So we decided to put an offer on it. We put an all cash offer. It was all cash only, this house, and they needed an offer by Monday. And when we put the offer in, we knew there were 4 other offers. And of course, I'm like up all night, like kicking in bed because I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to do this. And I'm going to like, what plants can I put on the front yard? And I'm going to find a clawfoot bathtub and I want to put this in it. And so I'm all excited and giddy about it. And then find out that we were the lowest of 8 offers. And I was like crushed. It was like soul crushing because I was like, oh, it's that bad, huh? And that house was all cash. It had been on the market for 3 days, only 3 days, and it had 8 offers, all cash on it. And I was like, we are so fucked. Like, you know, it's kind of, and so we kind of had to figure out what we're going to do because it's like, I think that these fixers are going for more than you can make on them. And then I'm seeing a lot of houses that were fixers that somebody bought and fixed up and they're sitting on the market for a little bit longer. Like it'll stay on the market for a couple months. And so, we had to kind of decide if it's better to just buy a house that's not a fixer, that is, that maybe we could do an addition to or something, and buy it and hopefully below what it's actually would normally be worth because there's less competition for them, or buy a fixer for over what it's probably worth and maybe still make a profit. We could probably still make a profit on it, but it probably wouldn't be like as much as we want. So anyways, that just is my entire life update. We are moving to San Diego, not this Friday, but next Friday, and that will hopefully make this process easier because we'll be close, and if there's a house, we can go see it right away. I don't have to drive 7 hours to go see a house, so that will be nice. So, but for now, I'll keep you guys updated if we find one. I'll try to, if the next time we find one that we're gonna put an offer on, I'll try to like make a video or show you guys. But yeah, so that's my sad story, but it's also a good story because, you know, we're going to be living in a house. One way or another, we're going to end up in a house. So hopefully soon, because we only get temporary housing for 2 months and I don't want to pay rent. So, but we might have to. So we'll see what happens. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I will try to keep you updated on this, and yeah, hopefully we'll have an update in the next week or 2. Bye.